Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the globe you reside. Welcome to the Save Club Monday Corporate Update, Zoom and content drop. We're super excited to have each and every one of you here on the Zoom. Welcome to all of our new Save Club members. And if you're a guest on the line, we'll sit back and enjoy. We're not going to do a full overview presentation today, but we're going to share with you what's going on in the inner workings of Save Club, what our amazing CEO, Charles Mui, is always working on to add more value to this simple membership, folks. We're here to help people save money, and we're here to help you make money, helping people save money. So let's turn this over to Charles and hear what he's got for us today. And thank you, Charles, for all that you do. Over to you.
Hey, Matt, thanks for the great introduction. I look at the date today and we're just over 100 days from our launch, which was June 1st. And as we go through every week, we see all the new developments, all the exciting pieces. And there's one thing that we're always striving for, which is optimization of our campaigns, of our landing pages, of our messaging, optimization within our back office so that people can find the things that are back there. Just so you know, we have a new site up. It's been up. I guess some people haven't seen it or heard of it yet. It's the saveclub.tv, and this is where you can see the recordings. We've got a link to our YouTube there, and we've got all of the webinars listed and the schedule for the webinars there. So if you ever are missing a webinar, or you want to get the schedule, or you want to register for a webinar, or you don't see an email or something, you just go to saveclub.tv and it's there. You can also share that with your prospects as well. So we're going to be promoting that a little bit more so that people from their emails can see the registrations. We're going to put it on the signature of the emails that are going out in the pre-enrollee emails, just so that people can get dialed in, and it'll help with the different follow-up. Now this week we're doing a ton of optimization in the paths of our funnels. So now we've got a bunch of landing pages, and these landing pages they're going to start leading to different places. It was something we had to do on the back end of our coding. So we had to tag all the different landing pages so that when someone goes to a page, they're a different type, like a subtype of a pre-enrollee. And we're now setting up subtypes of pre-enrollees for customers. And we're doing this just because not every customer funnel really needs to be presenting the power line and the business opportunity. We find that can be dissuading or confusing for customers. And so now we're just eliminating certain things and then adding new designs and pieces. This is particularly important as we're starting to reach out and work with some very well-established nonprofit organizations and fundraisers where where a group comes out, maybe it's a church, or maybe it's a nonprofit that has a very solid brand and reputation. They love our program, but they want to kind of keep it in the lane of a product. And so this week we've already segmented out the different pages, and now we're creating specific tours and email campaigns. And I wanted to thank all the different people who are giving us feedback. As they've gone through the tours, and they say, hey, we've got this kind of mismatch in the messaging. Let's create it and tweak it and get it to where we're going. And doing this on a program that is as robust as Save Club, just after 100 days, is going to take us just a little bit of time to get that nailed down. Maybe by Friday we'll have all these different pieces built and coded and put into place. And really, this is all leading up towards a march towards getting the company into momentum and hypergrowth. And so I want to go into what type of things need to occur, both for you as individuals and your businesses and the company at large, to get to a point to where something is just completely viral. And I'm going to share with you now the art and science of referral marketing. So it's important to understand that the number one reason somebody would refer something is because it makes themselves look better. Okay, so that's one of the one of the things when you're creating a campaign from a marketing standpoint, does it make your referrer look better? So if you refer somebody something and you get a comment back, oh, thank you for sharing that with me, it really is encouraging for somebody. Now, there's really 4 principles around what makes a good viral message. The first one is it new? Is it new? Is it novel? If the likelihood of someone hearing about this, it's the first time that they heard about it, it raises that score up. So when you're presenting something new, it naturally becomes exciting. Like, let me put it this way. If a new movie comes out or a new restaurant opens, those are the type of things that get referred, rapidly. If a new TV show comes out and it's new, somebody will refer that to another person because the likelihood of the other person knowing about that is very low, and it would then, make the person giving the referral look better. That's like when a new movie comes out, like when Avatar, the first Avatar movie came out, it became the #1 movie of all time because the graphics were so good and the story was good and people talked about it, and they go, well, if I refer someone to this movie and they watch it and they like it, then I'm going to look good. And so just kind of keep that in mind, when we're creating a message here that's novel. And that's really what we're doing with the app, with the card linking, with the new shopping portal, with the energy savings, with these deals. It really, really brings in the novelty there. And so we're tying that into our marketing and into our messaging, and that'll help you over time. Another component is, does it have utility? So you wouldn't want to refer something to somebody if they could not use it. Like if I'm speaking to my friend and I'm talking to him about a female hygiene product, well, if he's a man, that doesn't work for him. It just doesn't make any sense. So referring that would actually make me look worse. But if I refer something that's useful for them, like savings or 2-for-1 dining or something like that, then that is something that they really can get behind. Same thing with the app. So tying in and really making the utility just so apparent and so useful that people will want to talk about it. That's also what we're weaving into the messaging here, and you'll see that in the different presentations. The next component is it dependable? And this is something that's really important for what we're doing, because what we're doing needs to be so systemized and so easy and so 1-click, 2-click, 3-click convenient that the funnel becomes absolutely dependable. And this is everything from our email series to the messaging. The AI upgrade is really going to help with this because it'll make the follow-up really dependable. And I'll give you an example of where dependability really makes sense. Back when Walmart was growing like crazy, and the Waltons became the richest family in the world, and it was the #1 business, and they were opening up all these different Walmarts. Walmart succeeded because it was dependable. And wasn't the best service. You knew you'd get a greeter at the door. You knew that how the store was generally set up, and you knew that you probably, when you're checking out, you'd have to wait in line, but you knew that they would have the goods and services there at the lowest price. So Walmart was dependable, and people would go back and they would refer it. So if you're referring something and it's not dependable, then there's a higher likelihood that it might make you look bad, and then you would stop talking about it. And so keeping the trust level at an absolute
Charles,
pristine thing is so important. Yeah, Dave.
real quick, there's a story about Walmart most people don't know, and it really relates to Safe Club. Sam Walton, when he first started, before there was Walmart, he owned a franchise called Ben Franklin. It was kind of like a CVS or Walgreens situation. And they wanted him to charge basically full retail on all these items. He said, I'd rather discount. He started discounting, and Ben Franklin came in and said, "Hey, listen, you can't discount these prices in our franchise." And so that's when he said, "I am going to start Walmart." And he started to massively discount products at affordable prices. And that's what shot Walmart up to the $1 billion giant it is today by really controlling prices. And even now, if you want to sell something to Walmart, you have to physically go to I think it's in Arkansas,
Yep.
and literally
Bentonville.
present your product, and they will chew you down in price until try to make sure it's the best. Where they make margins, but do that. But that's what made Walmart a giant. Was he looked at the whole industry. Everybody was selling at a top price, trying to make as much money as possible. And he realized, if I reduce the price and make it fair, I will have more volume of people, meaning more money. And that's exactly what Safe Club has done. It's flipped everything on its head. So I just thought that story went well with what you were talking about.
Yeah, it really, Dave, it all comes down to value. Walmart was always like value, value, value. How do we bring more value to the user? And I am absolutely using that same methodology in what we're doing here. And, I'm beating up these brands as well to make sure that they're going to give us the maximum amount of cash back, give us the maximum amount of discount, and then we're going to push that, towards our members. And, we have a model that is as disruptive as Amazon, that's as disruptive as Walmart. And it's because there's this, $1 trillion a year of advertising. Now, let's think about it. What is the best form of advertising? It's word of mouth. And then, so I'll go right back into my training. Is it new? Does it have utility? Is it dependable? And that's one thing that we're really focused on right now, is we're optimizing these different funnels, and we're really optimizing the experience that the users will have. It's all about dependability. And that really goes towards when we're talking to a large organization, or we're talking to you. You want to make sure that when you refer somebody, that we've got a solid, dependable system, that the webinars, that the tools, that the credit card processing, that the experience is just totally dependable. And that's one of the hallmarks of a company that reaches hypergrowth and reaches momentum. The last thing is it I don't know if this is the word, economicable. Do the economics work? Like, are you going to refer something to somebody if it's way overpriced, or does it make sense financially? And so we definitely fit the mold there, with a business that you can run for an entire year for $300, a $20 a month membership, and then all of the value that is there. So working on novelty, utility, dependability, and the economics of what's going on, creating something there where we're scoring extremely high in all of those areas. That is what will get this to get mass adoption and to go viral. And so how we're doing that? Well, we're keeping things fresh with new testimonials, new deals. I've got a team in place that is working with all the advertisers. As many of you have been through the shopping portal and you see all those brands in there, that is what we did to get us off the starting blocks. This week, I've got hours and hours and hours of scheduled meetings where I'm going in with our different advertising managers and all the different departments, and we're going to work with the advertisers to get our cash back.
Talks about it for friends, very friends.
Up. And there's certain brands in here that we're really going to go hard on, so that we've got something to promote. So popular brands that are useful, because the idea is, with a $20 a month membership, if we can get people to convert their shopping from Amazon or Walmart into the shopping portal because it's a better value, and with that better value, it's saving them far more than $20 a month, then we've got something that will work residually. And if you're able to share that with somebody, they save money and you're earning a cashback match, then we've got a really good formula here for this thing to go viral. And really, I want people to get excited and addicted to sharing and helping other people save money. And I had someone come to me the other day and they go, well, I don't know. It's like, I save a couple dollars here. This person saves a couple dollars here. It's not that exciting. They're not seeing the big picture of what's going on. The reason we're running this compensation plan is because it does pay to infinite levels deep. And so I've been researching some other, cashback apps, some other rewards platforms, some other apps that are literally in the millions, some of them in the tens of millions of downloads. And we can definitely get there. Those apps don't reach those numbers because of advertising. Yeah, they might have had some advertising push it, but they reach those numbers because it gives real utility and value to the people using the app. Well, we've got the secret weapon here. We've got network marketing. We've got word of mouth. We can actually talk with people and walk them through a process. We've got the ability to compensate people to these infinite levels within this compensation plan. And these nickels and dimes, they really add up. Because look, there's a couple of different ways with your home-based business that you can go. You can have a super high ticket item, maybe it starts at 500 and goes at 3,500 and, 5,000 and 50,000 and earn these, large one-time commissions. But then you're basically out, selling every single day. And yeah, you can stack up money quickly with a big sale. Okay, that's an option in the world of home-based business. With Save Club, we know the pulse of the industry. We know what's working. We see companies that are doing high ticket sales. Maybe they're selling devices that are at $3,500 or something, and we're watching their volume just plummet. People can't afford that. Well, we've got something that's free. We've got something that makes you money with savings of $20 a month. So we've got something that really fits everybody, and that is giving us the ability to reach the masses. And how we do that, how efficiently we do that is what I've been focusing on daily, and reaching into big networks and getting you guys the tools and optimizations that we need. So traction is a really interesting concept. Okay, and every business goes through a period where there's an idea, there's implementation, and then there's traction. And we're getting traction right now with some of these ideas. And this is the time that you want to be part. You want to be right there where the rubber grips the road, and that is where the acceleration happens. So traction starts with picking a campaign. Now, if we're talking about going down and doing internet campaigns or doing word of mouth or working with the app, how that takes place and how we optimize that. Dave, you've done so much with optimization over the years on different campaigns. Can you share a little bit about your wisdom about what something takes to get conversions up? Like what are the things, the type of testing and methodologies that that we as individuals can use to be more efficient in our conversions?
Are you talking about like the way they're advertising it right now to send to the funnel, or what happens after the funnel, or what part of that are you asking?
Yeah, both, because the funnel really starts with you and how you perceive it. So that's what this training is about. That's why I'm being so transparent and sharing with everybody, the methodology of what we're doing. Like why are we going with this campaign, or what is the methodology behind setting up this? Then it's, as we put together a landing page, we're going to work to optimize it to get the conversions up. And I've been talking with people in our different calls, and they're saying, well, we're sending this traffic. Could we tweak and change this? I said, absolutely. Let's come with those ideas, and we'll make it better.
And the first thing is, everybody, we go over a lot of this in our 90-day blitz, blitz90.com. Make sure you jump on that because we really do this. But the first thing we wanted to do that was different in Save Club is we have, I think now, 18, 19 different pages. Most companies, and I've been in this industry 30 years, give you, if you're lucky, they give you a website. And a lot of times that website isn't even a capture page. And people are putting this website out there and they're not even capturing data, people that go there. We gave you 19 actual sales funnels. And we hit them from different directions. Okay, let's say you have people that follow you and you have a bunch of MLM friends. We have a really good page that is called MLM Pros, and it talks about why they fail in all the MLMs and why they could have success here. Really, really strong, powerful ad copy. They could go through that page. We got other pages that talk about turning 67 cents into a lifetime income. People that are buying a coffee every day or buying a Diet Coke or whatever. Hey, why don't you take that money and do something better with it over here? Boom, we got a funnel for that. We got pages that are fun, like our foodie funnel. A lot of people eat, and you see people taking pictures all the time. Hey, every time you go out to eat and take a picture, why don't you turn that into income? That's also a great influencer page. We got boss babes. We got military wives. We got a college page for people and college students or maybe parents that want to help their kids raise some money in school. So what we've done is we've created angles. All right. We're not a one show pony. Almost everything else you run into, almost all these other deals give you maybe 1-2 pages tops. They're not hitting from all the different angles. And that's a big reason why a lot of them don't have a lot of success. We wanted to create a massive amount of pages that hit everything from different angles and give them to you. No extra cost, anything. Now, once they opt in, we have some really good pages. For example, we have a customer page, and that customer page just shows a ton of discounts. Now, even if someone opted in, maybe one of your biz op, you could always send them that customer page too, just because there's tons of videos, and we have it in the back office that show all the deals. And once they see the deals, no one says, I don't have $20 for this, right? But we are going through and we're tweaking all these pages. Like right now we're working on fundraiser. We know some of the people in fundraiser, they don't like the term make money and MLM, things like that. So we're stripping all that out of there. I just wrote an email series today. Me and Charles work close on this stuff to literally make sure the verbiage is correct so we get the ultimate conversion. So realistically, at the end of the day, all of you are here at the right time because you don't know what you don't know. I've done campaigns for years, and you got to do A, B, C split testing. You throw stuff out there, you see what works. You throw stuff out there, you see what works. And then all of a sudden, maybe something's really converting. Well, then we really want to crank that up, right? Because we actually see results when we crank that up. Now, if we throw stuff out there and we don't see conversions, there's also could be a lot of that. One, that could be bad traffic. Here's what's funny too. A lot of people, they'll say, I got 5,000 friends on Facebook and I'm posting every day. And you're thinking that your actual 5,000 friends are actually seeing your stuff. They're not. Facebook has an algorithm, and a lot of your posts barely anybody are seeing. So a lot of people, that the danger is you think you're doing more than you're really doing. And in our blitz, we go over that. I really go over, you need to do these activities daily. Here's what you need to do. You really need to dive into blitz because I really break all this stuff down. But so many people think they're doing more than what they're doing. And they're not seeing the numbers. This business is 100% numbers. If you get numbers, also follow up. How many times have you got a lead and you picked up the phone and called? Well, I don't want to call somebody. That's okay. But you know what? A lot of times when you call them, you'll get a better result than an email, right? Follow up is the key. Now we're doing a lot of follow up ourselves on your behalf. But if someone goes to your page and fills it out, they're freely saying, I want you to contact me. No one's going to put their info in a page and not expect someone to contact them, right? So there's a whole other factor to that, but we're coming up with all kinds of ways. And the TV page is safeclub.tv, right? Where all the webinars are. Yep. So once you get an opt-in, the first thing you should do is invite them to a live webinar. But if they can't jump on, make sure you're sending them a really good webinar. Hey, just in case you haven't seen it yet, here's one of our webinars. Boom. Make sure they get that within their first day of them signing up. Maybe they missed it. Maybe they didn't log in their back office right. Maybe they didn't get info. But all of a sudden, they were interested enough to fill in a form. You want to send them to the next point that might take them over to the edge and say, oh, why wouldn't I do that? And some of you aren't doing that. Some of you are just, lacking that. And we really train this hard in the Blitz. So blitz90.com, make sure you join it. It's free. And we train you on all this, but we keep going. We're looking at all the stats and whatnot. Sometimes your numbers are skewed too. Just so you know, you say, well, I got 50 hits. Well, that might have been a guy that hit your website 5-6 times, and 5 or 6 out of the 50 hits was the same guy. right? So a lot of times I tell people I don't ever look at hits. They're like, you're crazy. How do you not look at hits? Because I'd rather have 10 good leads than 10 million hits, right? I'm working the leads. I want to know who's coming through my opt-in page. Hits mean really nothing. You can get a lot of bad traffic out there. You can do a million things and think that you're doing more. Concentrate on the people that are coming in through your pages. And if you're not getting enough people, mix it up. How many of you are using all these pages? How many of you said, hey, how many boss babes follow me? How many of you use that page? How many college kids do I have that are following? Hey, parents, do you have any college kids? Boom, boom, boom. We show a lot of ways to do this, but some of you out of 19 pages maybe posted 1 or 2 and left the other 18 sitting there or 17 sitting. Why? It's there for you to use. It's crazy for you not to use the tools and resources that so much time has been created. I know my videos convert. You know why? Because I have I got a 30-year track record making them, and I have 8 years where I built sales funnels for some of the biggest earners and biggest people in the industry. I know what ad copy converts, and we gave it to you in Save Club, and it's free, and all you got to do is click on your websites tab. I mean, we're constantly producing killer stuff for you, so make sure you're utilizing it. You know, it's like you having a whole pantry and a refrigerator full of food, and then you say, well, I'm hungry. It's crazy. Open up your fridge. It's right there. So that's all I got, Charles. I think I answered that question.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. And not all traffic is created equal. And I'll tell you what, and this will always remain, and it will actually become even more powerful as time goes on with all of the AI content that is being created. The highest level of incidence of consideration. So let me just preface what incidence of consideration is. Say you're driving down the highway and there's a billboard and it's like, call this number. The incidence of consideration that you're going to have to like, oh yeah, I'm going to like call that number, very low. It's like 0.0001% incidence of consideration. Or if you're driving down the road and there's a big sign and it's a new Italian food restaurant. Okay. Incidence of consideration, very low. But if I do this, hey, Matt, I ate at this Italian restaurant. I can't believe it. I've never had noodles that were made by hand and pasta sauce where they actually grew it all locally. Like the best food I've had, if you like Italian food, go there. Incidence of consideration on a warm market referral, 80%. Incidence of acceptance of that 80%, 30%. So the fact that you can talk to somebody, share a real testimonial, and it increases their incidence of consideration goes up. Now, when you're face to face with somebody and there's actually a physical energy, there's a measurable energy coming from your brain, coming from your heart, coming from your aura, people feel that. And authenticity is one of the highest vibrational frequencies. So if you're in somebody's presence and you're authentic and you make a referral, the incidence of consideration is the absolute highest, and it's always going to remain that way because it's dialed into our DNA. Where, as a testimonial comes through, I can barely tell when testimonials are coming through the internet and if they're real or if they're AI. The AI is just so good that you can't really tell, but there's an energetic loss right there. And your mind starts blocking out advertising. Ever since you were like a little infant baby, there's been subliminal advertising pumped at you, and your mind is really smart. It blocks it out automatically. It's a subconscious filter that is there. Well, that subconscious filter is turned off when you're in the presence of another person and you're looking them in the eyes and that energy is connected, and then the authenticity frequency breaks through and boom, that's where connection happens. This is why network marketing is the most powerful form of advertising and marketing. This is why when I say when we're competing with Amazon, we're competing with Walmart, we're bringing products to the marketplace. The real advertising masters of the world understand if they can get the word of mouth going for their products, it's the most powerful thing. This is why I got a line of people, of brands lining up to bring us their exclusive deals, because they're out there trying everything in their power to take their amazing product and bring it to the marketplace. But you could have the most amazing product, but if you don't have the traction of people considering to buy it and getting to buy it, it's not there. And so what we're doing from a standpoint of switching the way that advertising is being spent and distributed is so powerful. We've got this $1 trillion a year advertising industry. It's working less and less and less. AI is making people's filters even more intense. Television's not working. Radio is not working. Now that people have, subscriptions on their TV, they're able to just completely bypass ads totally. They don't even have to watch ads. They can just pay not to watch ads. So these advertisers are scrambling on how to get people learning about their products and considering to use them. That is where we're positioned at Save Club. So building a community, building the tools that we can now share about deals and what's going on. These are advancements that we're making. This is why when I do the calls, I talk about the 90-day blitz being such a powerful thing that we have a community. So I've got some products coming out that are just like mind-blowingly good. And it really takes network marketing. This is why the network marketing industry is in the billions and billions and billions of dollars, because there's certain products that are almost required that they're shared with somebody and a little bit of a story is told. That's why nutritional products for all these years have done so well with word of mouth marketing, because people just would be blocked off to understanding what those ingredients are or what those products are. If somebody didn't tell them, they would never know about it. No matter what amount of advertising could go to that person, they would never know about it. And because people don't know what they don't know. And it requires that personal connection and that introduction to get there. And what we're doing here with Save Club is we're putting together something to where you don't have to sell, you can share. And when you're able to share a message or share a landing page and then get them the link, and then it takes over, what you're doing is you're getting that initial incidence of consideration at its peak. And then when you follow up, it even goes further. So how we seamlessly work this into all the campaigns and how we optimize all this into the campaigns, we're doing that in the background, and we're feverishly working to get that done, especially as we're starting to work with mass distribution through like these nonprofit organizations and these fundraisers. We've got to be the good stewards of the message, not just in the presentation of it, but in the follow through and optimization and how it works. And again, maintaining trust is the most important, because word of mouth marketing is the most powerful thing for advertising and bringing a message out. But word of mouth marketing stops if the trust is fractured. So you won't tell somebody about something if you knew what you were telling them was bullshit, because it's going to make you look bad. Like it kills that power of the authenticity. You've got to be able to refer something with confidence, with a high level of authenticity, and then it works. So, that's one thing that we're developing here to, hone in that message, get it there. I would love for the product to be referring someone an app and like you download this, it's going to save you money. And then the process is so easy. It's like click, click, click. Oh, that works. Upload your credit card. Oh, and it's going to take, 5 minutes for someone to go through that. But then they're out there spending. And when they get cash back, to their phone or to their app, they think of you and they go, oh, wow, I would love to thank the person that introduced me to this because it's working for me. And then subconsciously they think, well, wow, if I introduce people to this, maybe other people would like to thank me. And so, that's another powerful driver of why people make referrals, is because it makes them look better. And that's really our goal from the corporate team, is to make you look really good, not in selling, but in sharing, and to make it go viral naturally, so that when you share something, it's just the smoothest operation. Now, all of this that we're putting together is part of something called a money model. So let me kind of break what that is. Like when we're creating a campaign where we're giving away something for free. And then that free thing brings value. And then that value drives them to a webinar or to a web tour or back to an email or to a text message. And then we're able to present the savings membership and they're upgraded to $20 a month. And then we're able to bring them value. Then we're able to go take a person from savings to earning, and then from earning into going 1-star, into going 2-star. This whole process of how we do the introduction all the way to the onboarding to where someone's successfully having more residual income than they have in residual bills. That's the complete money model. And when we get that working for people and into momentum, it's a very powerful thing because it meets all the criteria of being novel, having utility, being dependable, and helping people with their economics. And we're not having to change people's buying habits and go uphill with a lot of what has to happen when you're selling somebody a new product. We're able to have such a wide offering that we're just going to integrate this into, what they're already doing. So this overall money model, you'll see it start, you'll as you've seen, it's already evolved so much, and it's going to continue to evolve as we're bringing in, we've got a health program coming into place where this health program helps people with their prescriptions, with their primary care doctor, with their dental, their vision. It's a huge part of our economy, and it's broken. Insurance really sucks, and trying to get proper care or get a primary care physician and use the government resources, it sucks. So we're creating a solution for that, and you're able to access it for your entire family for $50 a month. This is a product that is coming out. But again, just one more thing to the money model that helps bring value. And just that, if like someone's on doing contact lenses or diabetic testing supplies or has a prescription, well, having this product will probably take care of or totally offset the costs that they're spending on these things that are essential to seeing and to being alive. And so we're advancing the money model with the most diverse product line that you can think of. Pretty much if you're spending money on it and there's a way to save money on it, we're going to get it inside Save Club. And again, the advertisers are lining up because they got nowhere else to go with their advertising dollars. We have a better mousetrap. Our money model of bringing customers into something that brings them value and then able to reward everybody, it's the best mousetrap. And every week we're going to make it better, and we're going to continue to optimize that. And it starts with our hooks, how we present it, and the messages, the elevator messages, the 15-second, the 30-second messages that will pique somebody's interest and then bring them into the funnel. The optimization from the AI and how that does the follow-up, and then the closing to actually get somebody to download the app and upload their card, or get somebody to realize the value and enroll, get the enrollment bonus, and actually participate as a member. The hooks and the closes are going to also get optimized. And remember, if you're fishing and you can fish with one hook, or you can fish with a whole bunch of hooks. You'll catch more fish if you got a bunch of hooks out there, or you can cast the one that's really working a lot of times. And that that's the approach that we're doing because we've got such a diverse funnel, a diverse way to grab somebody. So let me say, if you're just in health and wellness products, your funnel's it's pretty big. Health and wellness, everybody needs it, but not everybody chooses it. Okay, if you're selling cigarettes, well then you're only appealing to smokers. Or if you're selling sports cars, you're only appealing to a very small group of people. We're trying to open up the funnel to reach everybody and do it globally. And I think we've done that fairly successfully in just 105 days. And where we're going to go, we're really going to have a home for everybody. And this includes people that just want to, maybe they have access to everything, and it's not about saving the money. It could be about helping an organization. It could say, well, what can I do with my time that's actually going to make an impact in the world? Well, here, you can make money, you can help people save, and the more you help people save, the more that you can support an organization that is in desperate need of a money model for that organization that's better than a bake sale or selling candles or doing car washes, because those organizations won't exist. There's schools and education, there's soup kitchens, and these things are just going to go away, and there's going to be segments of the population that never get serviced because a money model that actually went to service that community just never was presented or never existed. And so again, just a whole nother place where we're reaching people who have the spirit of service to build a business. And again, inside of our presentations, as we go from showing people who might just be a pure customer and then getting them to realize that it goes from savings to earning, and that their earning doesn't have to be just a self-serving thing. It can actually serve a worthy cause. Those messaging, this is the stuff that we're working on right after this call. Like literally, I've got a big checklist of the optimization points that we're going to go in, and we're going to tweak the emails and the pages and the messaging and so on and so on. So as a Save Club affiliate, this is something that is done automatic for you, and it's just included into your $300 a year business. But this is what marketing departments and big companies, work on and drive that together. So I do appreciate everybody that helps with that, and that has given us feedback and points out those pieces, because in any type of marketing campaign, you don't know what you don't know until you figure it out. And that's where, we're in that, we're in that process every day. So let's see here. So, okay. Key thing on our shopping portal. The shopping portal is a major development. It launched last week. And what we're going to start doing is ratcheting up the amount of cash back that people can get. We're going to find the right balance that is extremely appealing for the people. And I want to put as much of the advertising dollars back into the compensation plan. So we want to reward the members for using the product and getting cash back, but we also want to reward you for building the business. This is a revolutionary idea, revolutionary model, because for one of the very few times in the history of this industry, you're going to be able to get paid on not just the company's products and services and membership fees that are, that you generate from downline, but for the advertising dollars that flow from people saving money. That opens up, that puts us in a totally different realm of business, and it requires extreme amounts of coordination and cooperation amongst all of the brands and the technology. And so through the month of September and the month of October, we're going to make these, I'm going to get these advertisers and the shopping portal offer to really be irresistible. And we're going to find segments like, one I'm really eyeballing is makeup, health, and, MAC makeup, Sephora, the brands where people are spending thousands of dollars on this a year. And that if we can get the cash back up to a point where it's a no-brainer, it's saying, I've already been committed to shopping here for years and years, and I'm not getting cash back by simply shopping through the portal. I'm going to get the loyalty, I'm going to get the cash back, and it's going to offset the cost of that. And then we can just go after those segments of their business and, bring people in. And so, yeah, there's definitely plenty of brands inside of our system that we're going to be able to create campaigns around, and then just, find those customers and go after them. All right. Okay, so here's an important piece on co-op advertising. Running a co-op, there's been a big call out. There's lots and lots of you that are really excited about building Save Club. And what happens is that when somebody's excitement level, you're educating yourselves, you're learning, you're excited about the company. But if you've got more time than you have people to talk to, there's a level of frustration. There's this cognitive dissonance between the type of vision that you see yourself succeeding in the company and the actual number of people that you can talk to. And that can be frustrating. So how do we fix this so that you've got more people to talk to than you have time? And we can do that with co-op advertising and actually having some coordinated marketing campaigns. I am extremely sensitive to opening up the co-op because it has to work. It has to back out. I want it to be where if you're participating in advertising or you're participating in something, that we know that we've got a model that works. So if you work it, you can just continue to run it. Now, I've been doing lead generation and marketing and distributing leads since 2004. And I've seen it work in the most fantastic ways, and I've seen it kill it. And we've worked too hard. You've worked too hard. We've put too much of a culture in place. We have the training in place to turn on something and burn people with a co-op. However, I think I figured it out. Okay. And the idea is to get you more people to talk to than you have time, and really use the power of the word of mouth marketing, use that personal connection to just nudge somebody that much further into the funnel. And that little bit of effort can take somebody who wouldn't revisit or who would not consider it. Maybe their incidence of consideration because they came from an advertising platform, which was mass marketing. So their incidence of consideration is relatively low. But with that personal connection, with that one phone call, with that one kind of push of the message that's coming from a real person, then their incidence of consideration goes way up, and you become extremely valuable in the equation of what's going on. And then we're much stronger as a whole and as a community. When somebody comes on and they see, hundreds of people on a webinar, and they come on and they say, wow, look at all these people engaged, and you start to see the testimonies and the people saving. Since day zero, since the very beginning of this idea, I knew that we had to get to one key place, which is critical mass. And critical mass happens within the company when we have enough people making full-time income to where if something happened, we shut this off, people would freak out. Like I want a ton of people to be very excited and reliant that this is their source of income. Okay. Now, when we've got enough people making full-time income, that's step one for critical mass. The other step is that our product has to be so good that it can exist without any business opportunity, that people would be here using the product. People would gladly pay their membership because it's working for them. And those are the two components that we're racing towards. And when it becomes self-evident that we've got, both those things working, that's when the momentum happens. And so this call is designed to, be completely transparent of, where we're at the company and the adjustments that we're making daily, to get us to that point.
Hey, Charles, can I chime in on that?
Please do.
All right. Hey, this is Pete, guys, in San Diego. Awesome Zoom. Charles, thanks for such a great opportunity. I also want to thank you. He just hired more staff to help us, so you guys have a better experience. But you brought up two things. One was feedback. Please give us all feedback, your upline, Charles, whoever you're connected to, because that helps us make Save Club a better company. You guys are out in the field. And also, I just wanted to go over, I think we have $1 billion company right now. We just haven't cashed the checks yet, but guys, sit down and I think Dave will help me. We can do some workshops on this, but sit down and grab your bills. We can help you lower your phone bill, your internet, your cable, your pest, if you run on gas instead of electric. We have a bill negotiator, a professional firm with lawyers and stuff that'll help you negotiate that. You can also do it in Canada. And we're going to continue to make that experience better for you guys. If you guys have any travel coming up, we have 2 huge portals, 9 engines. So if you are going to book a hotel, if you're going to book a plane ticket, we now have plane tickets you can do. We have getaways. If you have any cruises you want to go on, if you want to go on a tour with your family or friends, we have events that you can attend at a discount, amusement parks. Excuse me. If you do any dining at all, make sure you get the app, put your credit card in the back of the app, start sharing the app, but more importantly, start using it. Because guys, what's made me a lot of money in this industry is experiencing the products. You know, when I'm in a weight loss deal, I lose weight and then I share it with people. And in this, it's no different. You got to experience the products. You'll build belief in it, and you know, you'll crush it if you just have a huge belief in it and it's on your mind. So if you're dining, if you get delivery, if you like fast food, we have discounts for that. And then we have discounts up front. It doesn't always have to be cash back. We have discounts on the front end when you go out to eat, stuff like that. If you guys have an electric bill, we're in a whole bunch of states now. You can get your electric bill negotiated at no cost. They'll lower your bill. You're not switching companies or anything like that. And say if you're not in a company like, is your sister in a company? Is your friend in a state that we can help them share the savings with them? That's what it's all about. Skincare. We have this amazing Korean skincare. So if you know, I don't use a lot of skincare. I'm a dude, but my wife sure does, and I spend a lot of money on it, and it's always hit or miss. I don't even know if it's good stuff half the time. I know this is good because I've seen the testimonials. I trust Charles. You know, he took a lot of time to pick this out. So we got birthdays coming up, Christmas. You know, if you just want to get your lady a present, if you're a lady, you know, treat yourself. We got pain management coming out, which is a huge industry. Charles has the absolute best product. He gave me some when I was in Vegas, guys. It's freaking amazing. And I actually used it all up, me and my wife, because it's so good. I have other ones I've had for 10 years that are sitting there. I haven't used them because when stuff works, you use it, right? And then the 90-day blitz, guys, will teach you everything you need to know about network marketing. It'll also help your mindset. These guys have poured into this. They're going to continue to pour into this. Trust me, when the 90 days is up, you think they're going to stop? They're going to create something else amazing, right? To continue that.
Well, actually, Pete, I'll comment on that right now. So,
I knew you
so
would.
I was thinking, okay, hey, when we complete the 90-day blitz, the 90-day blitz is very technical, and there's a lot of things that you can go into there. You know, Dubs is a great trainer on things that you can do that will technically show you this. Well, I'll tell you what. If the business is fun and you're having good days back to back to back, well, that it's a lifestyle thing. And the idea of having the business feed your lifestyle, feed what the feelings that you want, I really want to lock that down. And so the campaign that's coming out here, we're going to launch it October 1st. I've already been working behind the scenes on a bunch of trainings. I'm having a lot of fun with these trainings. It's 100 good days. And the 100 good days basically will help you continually be in an empowering, uplifted mode. And they're just short lessons that you can plug into and you can string together 100 good days in a row. And this changes habits, attitude, belief. It will retune your frequency so that you can attract in the right people. It will repel negative people, and it will just bring more abundance, prosperity, affluence into your life. So that the 100 Good Days campaign is a place. Yes, we're going to have different training. We're going to have things that you can do that you get to accomplish, and you get to celebrate that win. You're going to be able to do things that bring in admiration and recognition from other places, like your friends, your family, your children, your parents, whatever. These are things that if you put focus on, even just a little bit a day, and you string together for 100 days, you'll look back and be like, wow, I'm so glad I was part of Save Club and part of this. And then we're putting this onto a platform called School. And the School platform really opens us up to millions of people that are out there looking to improve their life. And the 100 Good Days program, I'm selling it for $100. But guess what? When you're a Save Club member, it's free. So you can use it as a prospecting tool. Say, I'm part of this 100 Good Days. I'm building a business, and I just feel better every day. I plug in for a few minutes. It's there. You can buy it. It's $100. Or you can become a Save Club affiliate for $80, and it's free. And so, you know, and it's just one more tool that you can use. And I'll tell you, these trainings are wildly popular out there. And it's a place where what we're going to be doing is putting together all of the community. And when you share, the way that this school program works, the more people that share, the more people that contribute, the more activity is within the course, the more public eyeballs are seen on that course. Well, if you're 3-star above, anybody that enrolls into the 100-day program, I'm just putting it on a round robin and just passing out all the enrollments to that program. So now you can call somebody and say, hey, you know, you can get this program for free if you're a Save Club member. Let me show you what that is. And so it's just another way to just bring the best quality people. We're going to harvest in all these people that are into personal development, into that, and just pass them out. So that's just something that we're building. You know, we've got this energy to develop the training. I said, which direction do we want to take this training? We're going to leverage a platform that's got millions of eyeballs. So, you know, your 90-day blitz withdrawals don't have to kick in on October 1st. You can just, you know, transition them over to 100
that 100 days can walk you right into January 10th. So, I mean, that's a great way to start out next year and change your life, do much more results than you did this year, you know, is to have that platform walk, you know, from October 1st to January 10th is 100 days. And, you know, I'm excited for that too. So
look, if the business is fun to do, and because look, I don't care what business you're going to try to build. I don't know if you want to be a roofer, you want to be a tree trimmer, you want to lay asphalt, you want to start a business. It takes time, but those are difficult things. You got to be in the sun. You got to be in danger. This is a business that if you're in it and you're with the community and you're actually having 100 good days, I want the business to be an addictive way of making money. That we're winning, and you're winning as a team, and that you're incrementally getting growth, and you're building something that is very diverse. That, you know, you've got a large organization. I see Kelly on here. Kelly's got an organization with another company where she's got hundreds of thousands of people. I don't know how many people she's got in there, but it's a very diverse platform of people that are there, and they're there to purchase, and those residual checks keep coming in. We're going to do that here. And we've got the model where we're bringing in all the advertising dollars. We've got these other products. We've got these other things feeding what's going on. So Pete, I'm going to pull back to a presentation. Guys, give me 1 second as I pull this up. I'm going to start talking fast because we're already here in an hour. Right here. Turn on my sound. Share. Okay, so this platform here with Avoderm, this is our skincare product that is coming out. It is for pain relief, reduces inflammation, relieves soreness, and so many people are dealing with, you know, chronic pain. Premium ingredients, many organic ingredients. You know, all killer, no filler, nothing toxic, nothing bad for you. And there's a pain lotion. You can actually put this like all over your legs. You can put on your feet if you got circulation issues, if you got blood pressure issues, if you got neuropathy. This is the product that really will get the blood, the oxygen flowing all the way to the ends of your cells and the ends of your skin. It really helps with that. You can put it all over your body. We've got that's the relief lotion. All these ingredients, again, everything in here is just awesome ingredients, nothing bad. We've got a roll-on. This is where if you've got pain, you've got like joint pain, arthritis pain. You know, I've had 4 knee surgeries. I get knee pain. This is my go-to. If I'm just need an instant relief, you know, something that works in minutes and lasts for hours, I just put it on and I'm back walking around doing whatever. And we've got the massage oil, where, you know, if you're getting massages or if you've got a sore part, I mean, sore neck, sore legs, feet, knees, elbows, lower back, this product just goes in and reduces the inflammation. It's the first ever nano product that is in oil. So we've got a nano oil technology that just drives the ingredients, you know, deep into your body through there and these products. So why I show you guys this is something that that we're coming out, and the discount is so low. The product, the roll-on I just talked about, is $12. there's a 2-ounce pain gel. I didn't build a slide for that yet. The 2-ounce pain gel is going to be $7.50. This is something that we're just basically getting it at below wholesale pricing, and you can purchase it. And I'm working with the fulfillment center to start delivering this globally. They say that they think they can do it, that, when the packages are like under a couple pounds, we're going to get, and we'll probably be able to get away with it for a while until we start sending like 5,000 packages into a country. Then, then they get really serious about what's coming in. But this direct to customer, not for resale global shipping is definitely something that is going to be able to activate this. But this product line works with people with pain. And if someone's got pain, put it on. They'll feel it instantly. It'll work for them. And then you say, okay, great. You can go to this website and buy it for $40, or you can become a Save Club member and get it for $12. Or you use the gel and say, well, this product here, it sells for what, $35, and you can get it for $7.50 when you're a Save Club member, like 75% discount. So they're saving more in getting the membership, getting all the benefits of all the products than they would be on spending that single product. And these products sell all the time. Hundreds of thousands of bottles we've sold of these products at way higher prices than this when they first came out.
Can you ship to Canada?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we're working on all those pieces. I'm working every hack and workaround to get these all over the place. And I'm just being very pro business to, give our affiliates every opportunity we can to have an awesome business. So, and again, this is just one line. I've got multiple other lines like this where we're going to be able to bring the world's best products at a price that's just unbeatable. Like to get it straight, like at like manufacturer wholesale pricing, it's just like, another big benefit. But this is something that is very demonstratable that you can actually go out and use and help people. And again, we're always going to be focused on a win-win-win situation and being focused on bringing a service to others. And so, guys, we're right here at an hour. And I know we were able to cover a lot today, kind of peel back the things, final updates here. The health program coming out. I've seen the portal. It's all done. It's going to be integrated here shortly. We've got our new travel product coming out. It's one time a year, $20 is going to open you up to the best travel stuff. We're going to be as competitive or more competitive than the travel products that are out there for $120 a month. Get it for $20 a year. From a product standpoint, we're going to be lining up the best products at the lowest possible prices. And these are just additional campaigns that are coming out this month. Tomorrow, I'm doing a full breakdown with our tech team on the AI. They're really excited to continue to show me the progress and all the advancements and get us one step closer there. And then for all of you that are taking part in our affiliate marketing program and nonprofit recruiting, if you haven't gone and seen the website, www.saveclub.fund, go look at saveclub.fund. If you're looking if an organization, doesn't have to be a nonprofit. It can be any type of organization, sports team, youth sports team. If they watch that presentation and feel that they qualify, they can fill out the application there on saveclub.fund. The saveclub.tv is where you can find the webinar schedule and get access to all the replays at saveclub.tv. The saveclub.vip is the merch store. And so, by the way, if you go to your back office, there's now links for the merch store and links for the webinars back there as well. And Johnny, I see you're sporting the shirt, dude. Nice.
I've had people join over the t-shirt, man. They're good looking. $12. I mean, unless you're hanging out in a desert island, you're going to get some interest in that shirt.
So when I actually get time, okay, because like I get these like folders full of to-dos, and they're just stacked through, and we just get through here and just try to knock them out as many as we can. I know we're doing a 90-day blitz as a group, but I set up my own business night. I like to do things in 90 days because you can do anything for 90 days. So I'm on this 90-day sprint. And as we laid all this stuff out, there's this internal track about October 1st. And if you remember some of the old slides, when I showed that, the company would go on this path of concentration, growth, and development, and that we're going to hit critical mass, it's been on the calendar since October. So subconsciously, I got this track running that we need to get to our optimization and critical mass by October. That's why you're seeing all this stuff just pouring out in rapid succession. So,
Can you say the merch site again, Charles?
SaveClub.vip.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. And sometimes, guys, it's weird. Sometimes different browsers or different parts of the internet just don't go there, but you can find it from the back office. The weird handles like the .vip, .fund. Sometimes try it with no www, and definitely no HTTPS. You don't need that component, but whatever. Those are sites, just other resources for you guys to get there. And I'm going to start putting the links inside the bottom of the email. We should be doing that anyway. Why?
And we're going to make more stuff, right? We're going to do
just one of those little optimizations that you don't think about. They're doing 100 things. It's wait, we're sending out all these emails. Why aren't all the links at the bottom of the email? Duh. Things like that just require that one more thing to do on the checklist. So, okay, with that, guys, we're well over an hour right now. There's plenty of cool new stuff to look forward to. Thank you for hanging out and get in the training here. And I will catch you on the next one. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys.